Well, hello out there. This is Two Birds, One Show. Another show about Philly sports and craft beer. That's my buddy Ricky. I'm DeeTer.
How you doing, feller?
I don't know. I wish I had some good Philly sports to talk about,
Well,
but that's
listen,
that's not the case. No, it's not. No.
sometimes that's life in Philly sports. That's why, people say, they're like, why are you guys the way you are? Well, this is why. It's because we're fucking pissed off. You know what I mean? This is why we are the way we are. We're
Well,
passionate people, and we have high expectations and high standards.
I named the show NBA Finals and NHL Finals. We probably ain't going to talk about either one of those, but I figure at least maybe we'll get some more people with that, because you ain't getting nobody with Philly sports.
Yeah, I hear you. Maybe we'll get some craft beer drinkers. What are you drinking on tonight?
God, man, yeah, I could use a beer. Let's do this. Going with the heavy reel. Love pineapple whip. Now I had this last week. It's delicious. I didn't bring it on the show, so I figure I'll bring it on the show this time.
It's cool.
Yeah,
I love that heavy reel, man.
Yeah, I think I brought on their IPA last time, the Oscillator. So I like to support Jersey beer, and this is an awesome summer beer, man. It's really freaking good. So we're gonna have to let that settle because it's a fruit beer, and I should have probably poured that a little bit better than that. But we'll get back to that. What are you drinking, Ricky?
I got matching my shirt. Very Azor from Treehouse.
Nice.
Yeah. First time having this, which is kind of rare. It's not rare, but to get a new Treehouse I haven't tried, it's always cool. I mean, you see that.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's beautiful, man. I happen to hear good things about that one. I didn't get a chance to try that yet.
It smells great.
Yeah.
Very floral. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's Nelson and Matueka all day.
Oh yeah.
It's fantastic, and I love them Southern Pacific hops.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a great beer right there. Yeah, that's a close to a 4.75 on Untapped for me.
Nice. And then now, do you know exactly what hops? Does it give it a description at all, or?
Well, yeah, it does have Nelson and Matueka, which I thought. That's those very distinct. It's got also Hallertau Blanc.
And nice. That's a nice little mixer.
And Citra, which Citra I feel like is in almost everything. It's such a malleable hop you can mix with almost any other hop. But yeah,
now, what's the ABV on that guy?
I didn't even realize it's a fucking 8.8. Damn,
8.8.
And
they don't really do those too often, man.
Drinking the ones I drink from them motherfuckers are. I feel
they usually do like 8.2 or
9. No, you're right. I just meant with the 8s and ups. I feel like, but yeah, you're right. They're not usually. I think 8.8 you usually see on like a very hazy.
Right. That's the higher end ones.
No, you're right. You're right.
Now it's got a good body to it.
Yeah, look at that. Good lacing, good mouthfeel. Nice. The body is nice. It's a full beer. It's rich. I wouldn't call it thin in any way. Yeah. The nose is great. It's floral.
The top's a little light, so it's not like a really thick beer for 8.8, man.
It's got a good body. Wow, that's a fantastic. That is a fucking fantastic beer. Wow. I just took that second, third sip. Oh, look at that milkshake, bull.
Yeah, man. That's the Dole Whip, and it's a pineapple sour.
That's a good looking burr.
Oh my God, dude. It is so refreshing, man. It tastes like a pina colada.
Nice.
What's
the ABV?
Dude. ABV is 6%.
Nice.
So it's a nice little,
perfect.
Nice little summer drink, man.
You crush them.
Yeah, man. Nice body.
Oh, man. Look at the lacing on that glass. Nice.
Yeah, man, real sweet though, man. It's a well,
Yeah.
sweet, you know, but
Um.
I couldn't go
Yeah.
too many of them, but once in a while they're good.
Yeah, I agree. Kind of like when you get those from Imprint, those what are they called, smoogies or whatever.
Oh, they're too much, man.
Right.
They're
Like
good,
I
but
could do one, but it's like okay,
right.
I got to bail out after one.
Yeah, they're always mixed up with certain different fruits and such, man. It's never like a simple one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always
Well, and I can never tell what the ABV is on those fuckers. You know what I mean? Like you're
yeah,
drinking them, you're like, am I getting drunk or am I just drinking a smoothie?
they're good. Don't get me wrong. If anybody's into sours and anything, I would definitely point them to Imprint, and they make some pretty decent
Yeah, no
IPAs
doubt. The
also.
Imprint's doing great shit.
Right. But me personally, I think they're a little bit too thick for me, man. Like they're that body on this.
Well,
A
yeah, I
lot of
mean,
fruit.
I hear you. I mean, you know me, I'm an IPA guy, but I'll say this: I did
Right.
drink a Czech Pilsner before I came on the show to kind of get. So
Whoa.
yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
And my buddy
Look at
shout,
this guy.
my buddy Walter, he even said on tap, he was like, "Holy shit, you gave a Pilsner above 4 rating." I was like, "I know,
Wow.
might
Yeah,
be."
this guy's growing.
I no, I don't often drink lagers, but when I do, I want them to be
Yeah.
crispy ass Pilsners.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if I drink a lager, I don't want something too heavy or too much of a bite to it, man. It's just something nice and easy when it's cold. I can put them down. But man, I've been getting lagers and Pilsner reviews left and right from Jeff and Al. They've been trying all these different Czechs and
Yeah.
Pils. I can't
Hey,
do it, dude.
God bless. Whatever,
Dark
you know.
lagers, this and that. It's like, all right, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting that way, I guess.
Well, yeah. Hey, listen, teach their own. I prefer, some personality to my beer, but
Yeah.
to each their own. No, I'm just kidding. um, you know,
I like a little taste, you know.
it's like the old saying, I was like, never mind. I'm gonna catch myself right there. Yeah. So, cheers to that. Lagers
Yeah.
are okay beers sometimes. So,
Yep. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, let's bring up the NHL finals I have here. Huh? Look at this. Wow. NHL. Hey. Oh, look at that. What's that? The Golden
Knights against the Panthers.
There you go.
You know what's great though about what's kind of weird is that Boston Celtics and Boston Bruins lost to a team from Miami that was an 8th seed.
Yeah.
Both teams.
Yeah.
And listen, that Florida Panthers team was the last team to sneak into the playoffs in the NHL. They were the 16 out of 16 teams, and they're about. And I'll bet you they win the whole damn thing. You know who their goalie is?
Nah.
Do you remember a guy by the name of Sergei Bobrovsky?
Yeah,
Bob, former Flyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he left here, went on to win 3 Vezina trophies, and he's about to win a Stanley Cup in Florida.
Jesus, man.
And that's what I'm talking about with the Flyers. That's why they haven't won a cup in 50 years.
Yeah, it always happens. Damn, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the fuck I'm talking about. Shit like that. I always say shit rolls downhill when you have piss poor front offices making piss poor moves. You're going to get a piss poor product, and unfortunately, in Philly, we've had a lot of that in our history. Now, hopefully, I feel like I hope that's changing with the Eagles. I think it is. The Phillies, I was all about them. I'm like, hey, you're in the World Series last year, and then you got Dave Dombrowski signing this fucking miserable prick Trey Turner to an 11-year deal at 30 years old, who looks like he's fucking miserable here and ain't doing squat.
Yeah. And what happened to Bo, man? It looked like he got injured
Looks
or something,
like
right?
It's looking like a hammy, they're saying, a hamstring. They put him on the 10-day. Now in baseball, it's always like, yeah, it's 10-day. And then you don't see him for 4 weeks, so I don't know. And it's like adding injury to insult, literally. I don't know if you watched that game today, but That Phillies team just looked lifeless. As soon they took the 2-0 lead, I'm like, oh, nice. Talking to my boy Greg, he was chilling with me at the bar watching a game.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, we're up 2-0. As soon as they lost the lead, in my head, I'm like, this game's over. You got guys on this team. There's just no spark. There's no engine. There's not that Gene Segura or Jimmy Rollins or Shane Victorino that got the spark of the engine that got the team. That nobody, I look at Trey Turner, and he looks like he don't care.
You got Real Muto, and he's a good catcher, man. But, I mean, dude, he's got no heart. He's like, hey, I'm here. I'll play. Harper gets a little pissy once in a while, but he's coming off injury. You really can't expect him to be like 100%.
Harper's one of the few guys on the team playing well right now. You know what I mean? Him and, a couple other guys. I mean, you got fucking Kyle Schwarber. I love the guy. Nice. He's got a Wawa hoagie and this and that and other. Listen, motherfucker, you are batting 168. You are last in all of base. There is no player in the league with a minimum of a certain amount of at-bats that has a lower batting average than you. Nobody. You are the very bottom. And you're not hitting home runs. Earn your fucking paycheck, dude, is what I'd say. Trey Turner, same to you. Earn your fucking paycheck. Aaron Nola, I love you. Earn your fucking paycheck. That's the problem right now. You got guys on the Phillies that just don't seem like they care, and they're making a nice paycheck, but they ain't living up to it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I like Schwarber, but man, dude, he ain't doing shit.
Dude, nothing. Nothing.
Making Wawa commercials, man. Great.
Yeah. Cool. You got a fucking hoagie named after you. Nobody cares, dude. Go hit home runs or go start batting for fucking average. Something. Do one or the other.
Yeah.
You're getting paid, what, $20 million a year? Man the fuck up. Do your job. Trey Turner, same thing, dude. You pissy. You look like you're pissed off all the time, dude. Listen, you're getting well paid. Be happy. Go out and show, hey, I love life. I love that I'm here making a ton of money. You know what I mean? Go earn your paycheck. Got to earn, son.
Yeah. God, it's fucking awful. It is fucking awful.
Well,
yeah. Let's see. We have the NBA finals next.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Well,
that's nice. I'd like to see Denver beat Miami. That's
pretty
good.
I got Denver in 5.
Nice.
That team's hungry. Plus, I listen. I don't mind seeing Jimmy Butler lose. That guy's a snake.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say, man. What's it? What's the dude for Denver?
Nikola Jokic. Dude, that dude is a fucking beast. He is one of the best players I've ever seen in the NBA. To do what he does at his size, I mean, he should have won the MVP, to be honest with you. Joel, I know that was your championship. Joel won the MVP and he stopped caring. Nikola Jokic is a fucking beast.
Yeah, he'll be able to handle.
And Jamal Murray, you kidding me? Jamal Murray is a fucking insanely good. That dude is a stud. He's insanely good.
Yeah, it's sad the way things are, but
well, you know what it is, that Denver team. Not only are they really good talent wise, but they have heart and want. They have heart. They you could see that team wants to win a championship. You know what the Cats over here did? Joel Embiid, and listen, he's my favorite player. He wanted to win an MVP. Well, he got it. Jim Harden, that dude just wants to be at the fucking titty bar, winging money around and making a paycheck. He don't care about winning championships a little bit, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with going to titty bar and blowing your paycheck, but don't come here and want to get paid like a championship player. Get lost, dude. See your way out, Jim. Head on out to the Midwest or Houston, wherever you want to go. Just get the fuck out of here. We don't want that kind of pussy shit here. Game 7 of our biggest rival, you looked uninterested. Get lost. Get lost.
Points or something, dude. It was fucking pathetic.
Fat slob, dude. Get out of here, dude. You're a pig, dude. I don't want nothing to do with you. Get lost.
What about the coach that they hired, Nurse? How do you like him?
I like Nurse. I do.
Yeah.
He beat us on the way to winning an NBA championship in 2019. And then the next year won Coach of the Year in the NBA. He's got a 61% winning percentage in the playoffs. And he's the only coach ever to win an NBA title and G League title. The guy can coach his ass off. But here's the thing. Now you got to get in the players. And you can't have James Harden. I can't stress enough. You have to get James Harden out. You know who wants to come here? Nick Nurse's point guard from Toronto, Fred VanVleet. And he's a great point guard. Get him in here. Get Harden out of here. Run Maxey at the 2, and get a little D'Anthony Melton at the 1 and 2 too. Get creative, make a couple other moves. You're not that far away as a team. You were 2 minutes away in Game 6 from being in the Eastern Conference Finals. Before James Harden, of course, went ice cold. So you're not that far away. I know people want to panic after the Sixers season and hit the panic button, but you're not that far away. You just got to make the right moves.
I mean, it was just bad. Yeah, like you said, Joel. He knocked off after the MVP.
He won his MVP, and he was satisfied.
And Harden's Harden at the playoffs. I mean, that's it, man. I've seen it all from dude.
He's got to go.
There's no point in being here. I don't want to.
All he wants. Listen, the only thing James Harden wants to do right now at this point in his career is steal as much money as he can, whether it be here or wherever he goes. That's all he's interested in. He showed that he doesn't care about championships. He wants to get fat, make money, and be at the titty bar. That's fine. Just don't do it here. Get lost. We want you out of here. Don't come back or you're going to boo the shit out of you every fucking game. Get out of here now. Get lost, you fat fucking slob. Sorry, just kidding. But seriously, get out.
Jesus, man, you're.
and in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to be positive tonight. I'm going to be nice and light and airy tonight. I'm not going to be all intense. But James Harden just makes me cringe. Yeah. I'll be honest. I'd rather have Ben Simmons.
No, they're both horrible, man.
I agree.
God, man. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Nurse. It was nice to see all his players in Toronto. They wished him good luck. I mean, that was pretty nice. And that
happens when you're a great coach.
Yeah, he's a worker. So
he's a great coach,
man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Like I said, get him in here. Go get Fred VanVleet, his point guard from Toronto, basically your quarterback of your offense. Get him here, and everything will start rolling. Get Harden out of here. Go get Fred VanVleet, and believe me, the wheels with WD-40 on them, they'll start rolling. Trust me, it's the right thing to do. One thing, listen, Harden already opted out of his contract. Sixers, you got blessed with that. Let him walk. Don't give him anything. Just let him get the fuck out of here. This is your get out of jail free card, Daryl Morey. Don't fuck this up. I know you watch the show. Don't fuck this up. Let him walk. And go get Fred VanVleet. He's a great point guard in this league. And now you have a quarterback of your offense in Fred VanVleet. You know, you got your superstar who would be, your wide receiver in fucking Maxey, and then you got your superstar stud tight end in Joel Embiid. Let's go score touchdowns. I know making a football and basketball analogy, but
Yeah. Well, all the viewers out there, if you got any comments to comment, like the show, subscribe. What's the network? BGSE.
Yeah,
good shows out there. Yep.
It's a great network. Big Game Sports Entertainment, BGSE. Check us out.
Usually we're a lot more positive, but this Phillies team are killing us. They're killing us, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're piss poor right now. But hey, look at it this way: we can watch the Phillies be like a lame duck for the next 2 months until we can watch the Eagles get back and ready to start rolling. So we just got to put up with it for June and July.
I just cannot believe it. You know what I mean? What team goes to the World Series and it comes back looking like this?
Well,
it is unfreaking real, man.
It's a hangover, and you didn't make the right moves in the off season. That's the problem. You could have went out and spent $300 million that you spent on Trey Turner on pitching, but instead they got this fucking dick bag of a fucking player in Trey Turner. Looks like he's fucking has swamp ass and he's miserable and in pain walking around half the time.
Just start off like that. I can see if we got one good year out of the dude, but when we got 12-year contract, this is gonna be horrible, man. It's gonna be horrible.
Scott's a joke.
They should have dumped that money in pitching, like you said.
Yes, they should have. You should have done. You should have kept Gene Segura around. You could have got him at you probably could have got him for like $8 million a year.
Right, he liked DeeTer.
And he's a spark. He's a spark plug. You know, people loved him. He was fun. He would get the offense going. And guess what? He was a pretty good player too. Probably, you know, as good as what Trey fucking Turner's doing right now. And I don't know. I'd have to look up the numbers. I don't know what Gene Score's doing, but I would have kept him and spent the rest on pitching.
Yeah. Let's see.
But hopefully we got some of our regulars out there watching. Shout out to Rich and Lynn and, you know, Bon and Sue and Ant and fucking Greg and, you know, what's that cat that always, cool cat that always comments? Jeff or something?
Oh, yeah, Jeff.
Yep. Brendan from fucking Australia.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to all them peeps, you know.
Yeah, it's yeah, well, let's see.
We getting any comments over there?
No, it's dead. I didn't really promote too much tonight because it's just like,
right.
What am I going to talk about?
It's all right. We're a championship team. We show up.
Yeah, I was busy all week, man. So much crap going on.
It's all right.
I did. Last Friday was pretty cool. Went over to John's, and he had that Kilkenny clone that he made.
Nice.
Yeah, that was really good, man. Yeah, it wasn't spot on, but he knows like he wants to do a few changes here and there, but it was good. I must have drank like 3 or 4 of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the ABV on that?
It's low. Yeah, like 5, something like that.
That's cool.
But it's all nitro, so it's like Guinness, so Cascades, but it's like a red ale with a little sweetness to it. It's not as bitter as Guinness. And
good beer.
Yeah, John from South Jersey Fermentation Club. A lot of good guys there. A lot of good breweries. And then me and Warren, we went to Nippers. Yeah, had a good time there. Yeah.
Send a shout out to my boy Bob. We were just talking about him today, though.
Yeah.
One of the assistant coaches with me on the young team brought up Bob's picture when he was a senior at Gloucester Catholic, talking about when he was wrestling. And how big he was, and he was like, you know, when Warren came in, we had a heavyweight that was pretty good, but Warren just used to whoop his ass because he was that much better. He's like, he was a beast. And I was like, yeah. So shout out to Ryan, who's a Gloucester Catholic alum like y'all. You know,
okay.
He's the AD over at Gloucester Catholic, the athletic director.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he knows you and Robbie, and he's like, yeah, Warren's name's up on the wall and the banner's up in DC. Cool. Yeah, he's like, you know, and he brought up a picture. I was like, that's pretty cool. So shout out to my boy Bob, the first friend I ever had.
He's just wrapping up doing some summer coaching over at Deffert.
Nice.
And he's been working out like twice a day, man. Dude's fucking in good shape right now.
Good stuff. Keep it up, Bob.
Yeah.
It's my boy.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, man. The people at John's, they all love him, man.
Yeah, he's a cool cat. He's an easy dude to get along with.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. It was a good
nice.
time, but just all downhill after that, man. It was like at work, dude. Nothing but problems, man. Nothing but problems at home. I was like, this week, dude. Can't wait to get a beer with me and relax. And
well, I was just gonna say, fixing to get some cold beers and. You know, you'd be right as rain before you know it.
Yeah. Talk to my buddy Ricky on the podcast. Yeah. Be all right.
Yeah. It's like therapy, dude. You know? But ding, ding. I don't know if you have the song, but it's time for the segment of the show. What's in Rick's fridge?
Let's get the batter going. This is a new segment. What's in Ricky's refrigerator? Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll get the song going here. All right, here we go. What's in your fridge? Yeah. What's in your fridge? Little tree house, maybe some other half. What's in your fridge? Yeah. Maybe some more fish, I don't know. What's in your fridge? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good stuff.
That is really good. Well done, Dieter. And on that cue, let's see what is in the fridge.
Yeah.
It's like, all right,
it's like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Yes.
Walking around that.
You know. Well, I'm gonna give a quick lights out on So I'm going to turn the phone at the top left quadrant. You will have your treehouse.
Okay.
Top right quadrant, you'll have your mix from my boy Roger Clayton Liquor with a little, Abomination, Equilibrium, little Lawson's,
man.
Tired Hands, New Park, and Finback. Then the bottom, you got some. What do you call these fucking guys right here? The Root and Branch, followed by the Monkish, and then the Fidens.
Wow. Holy cow, dude. That is a beautiful looking refrigerator. God damn.
Well, that's how I keep this fucking swimmer's body. I got this fucking beer belly because these fucking delicious ass beers.
Man, he does not mess around.
Listen, I drink the good shit because I like the good shit. You know what I mean?
Man.
Let's see. That last beer was 8 point. I must grab this beer. It's a 10.3. You're getting slid to the back, kid. Fuck that shit. Ain't that kind of party. Jeez. No, let's go to Pale Ale from Biden's.
Okay.
Teacher's Pet. 5.4% Pale Ale from Biden's. Yeah. A little bit lower ABV. Yeah. So that way I don't get fucking absolutely wasted on this beautiful Thursday. But not that anything's wrong with that, Teachers, everybody, everybody relaxes in their own way. I like craft beer for my relaxation. Pretty muted nose, mild, nothing out of the ordinary.
Wow, nice color.
Yeah. So.
Oh man, that pours nice too. Man, look at that nice head on there.
Pretty bear. It's got some body. Like I said, nose is pretty mild. How about you? You moving on to a second beer?
I am, and this is a pretty cool beer. My boss picked it up for me. My boss is pretty good friends with the guys from breweries and PA.com. Good guys, man. Always really knowledgeable about all the breweries in PA. So this was brewed for Memorial Day. It was 23 veteran breweries in PA, adapted over, got your 6. And you see it has all the branches of the military and everything. And all the, it's, I guess Levante is where it was brewed at.
Nice.
They have like a bunch of the other labels of who helped out with it.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, all the proceeds go to a military charity that helps with troops, veterans, and their families and all. So
it's a great cause.
Go to that. Yeah,
great cause.
Really cool.
I love when I can drink a good beer for a great cause, man. It makes me feel like, hey, I'm getting a buzz, but I'm also helping out, and that's a great thing. Great cause.
Well, Levante, they do a good job, and the guys at Breweries of PA, man, they know their stuff. So
they really do.
Good beer.
Also, shout out to Tony.
Ooh. Yeah, Tony, man, thanks for getting me this. Pretty cool. But he always does that. He always gets me the 4-pack, or he'll give me a glass, and it's really nice of him.
It's good dude. Good dude. Him and Al too. You work with some cool cats, man. Lucky in that sense, brother.
So how's the Fidens going?
It's I gotta say, for Pale Ale, as far as Pale Ale's go, oh my god, this is one of the best Pale Ales I've ever had. This is up there with double dry hop 4 Point from Trillium. If you gave that to me, not told me it's a Pale Ale, and said it's an IPA, I'd have been like, okay, I wouldn't have argued. To be able to pack the kind of flavor of an 8% IPA into a 5.4% beer, that's right there is expertly well crafted beer. That's fantastic. Looks like they're using Citra and Nelson in it, and it shows. Dude, the Nelson is just popping, dude.
Right. Yeah, man, Fiden's an awesome brewery, and coming up huge, man. Doing all different collaborations and everything.
They're
a small brewery they were.
Yeah,
and I think they open up a bigger spot and have a tasting room and everything. So
it's almost like, do you remember the movie Zoolander? When Zoolander is was the treehouse, and listen, I say I love them all. I'm just having fun, but Zoolander was like the treehouse, and then who was the new character that came in? It was Owen Wilson. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
in the movie. Well, that's what Biden's is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fucking the new brewery on the block, but it's like fucking, home run and shit.
Comes out with this scooter or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Oh man.
Oh man. Yeah, a little bit of a head on this guy. I put a little too off. Let's see how it
What's
goes.
the ABV on that?
It's a 6%. Nice
Oh,
nose
nice.
though.
Perfect. Crushable.
Yeah. Get maybe a little Citra mosaic.
Nice.
God damn. It's got a weird combination, man.
Really? I'm waiting to hear what you got going on.
Yeah, dude. It's a light body. Yeah, I mean, easy to drink.
Is it thin?
Yeah, but it's got some sweetness to it, dude. Almost like some oats in there, but it definitely maybe like a Pilsner build or something.
And a Pilsner malt?
Pilsner malt. Because like, look at the head. The head's like light and fluffy.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, and that kid is holding on, dude. That's like a fucking pillow.
But maybe I just had to clear out that Dole Whip.
Because,
it's good, but it's a little thin, And,
yeah.
God, man, I gotta say, maybe Citra, maybe some whole melon.
Okay.
I'm not really getting any greenness or
no
little like New Zealand hop. I mean, I could be wrong, man. But this is a different combination, I would say.
Okay.
But
how's the nose on it?
The nose was pretty good, man. Actually.
Okay.
Nice sweetness, flowery.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't get really like an orange note to it, any like citrus.
Okay. No grapefruit peel or anything?
Damn, dude. I can't pick it out. Yeah. I got a little bit of grapefruit to it.
Okay.
Maybe like
you got some Citra rolling in there.
Yeah, I would say mosaic.
Okay.
It's maybe some Citra. It's something else, dude. Something just like that little mix up with it.
Okay.
Damn. It's good though.
That's cool.
Good cause. Yeah, it's all about the cause. But
it's a great cause, and Levante is a great brewery. So shout out to them too, and shout out to Levante for supporting a great cause.
Yeah, man, maybe some Galaxy,
some
mosaic, and maybe a little bit of Citra. It's got a tiny bit of greenness, but it's kind of like throwing it all off the
holy trinity, if you would.
Yeah. It's good, man. I can drink that. That's no problem.
Okay.
Huh. Well, I'll be drinking those. But yeah, dude, and they got such a following. I'm just starting up, and my following is only at like 3,000 for breweries in New Jersey, breweries.nj.com. But they're up to like 40 or 50,000, man. They're crazy.
Well, shout out to both y'all. I got these, little websites for fun for beer, and it's not close to anything like that for either of them. Check out, Craft Beer Fanatics on Facebook, or, Rick's Beer Adventures on YouTube, or, Two Birds, One Show, or, check out DeeTer's sites. We're just a couple Jersey kids just trying to fucking do our thing, drinking beer, talking shit.
Yeah, it's a nice hobby, man. And
it is. It's fun. It's fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. If it was, 25 years ago, it'd be sitting in the woods by a bonfire and a keg. That times changed, and now people do fucking podcasts and YouTube and Facebook sites and Instagrams and shit.
And so many breweries are coming up and everything. Yeah. It's hard to keep track of what's going on. Did you see all the combinations of breweries? You had Flying Fish and
Cross Keys basically just took over Flying Fish, kind of bought them out, but I think
No, I thought Cape May and Flying Fish were
Cape
combined,
May
right?
and then Cross Keys and Bout the Hops, I think
About
combined.
that,
I meant to
right,
say Cape May bought Flying Fish. I didn't. I'm
right.
sorry. Two C's. Yeah, and then Cross Keys and Bout the Hops combined. Which, you
And
know what, that's not a bad business plan. If you're about to fold or go under and neither of your breweries are doing well, fucking join forces.
and I just seen a new one today too, man. Duclaw, I think is Duclaw and River Horse. River Horse
Oh,
in New
get out.
Jersey.
No
Yeah,
shit.
and Duclaw.
Okay.
At least I want to say it's Duclaw, but I was like River Horse, man. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah. And same with Duclaw. I mean,
Yeah.
was it Duclaw that did Sweet Baby Jesus?
Yes. Yeah, you're right on
Yeah,
that one.
the peanut butter stout, which was good.
Yeah.
I think it got a lot of name recognition and flavor recognition. Well, hey, listen, shout out to them too. I hope they both find a way to survive. I'd never like to see a brewery go out of business, and
Right.
I hope they always, find a way to survive. And if combined to make one brewery out too, that's cool. Do your thing. It's almost like the Eagles and the Steelers did. I think in 1947 during World War II, and became the Steagles for 1 year.
Eagles.
The Eagles and Steelers became the Steagles. So that's cool.
I think you're going to see more and more of that because
probably the bubbles seems to be bursting. Remember we talked about 10, 15 years ago when we first got in the crib, we're like, yeah, the bubble's going to burst. Well, I think it's starting to. And I feel bad because you see some cats like Kelly Green or Human Village and a few other breweries, dying out, which is a shame because they were good breweries and good people. So
there's a old saying by my good buddy Ricky: if you make good beer, people will come.
I always said good beer sells itself.
Yeah.
So
and I will say, man, a lot of breweries that make a good IPA. I mean, I know times are changing. People are getting into the lagers and pilsners, but the IPAs, people are lining up out the door.
Listen,
to buy cases of.
You better get a beer that keeps the lights on. You know what I mean? Get a beer that pays the bills. And people, well, I like to make lagers and grisettes, and I like to be eccentric. Good for you, but you're going to be out of business in 2.5 years. Keep making that shit, but make a really, really good fucking IPA to keep your fucking lights on. Seriously. Yep. I don't want to be in the IPAs. Well, you better, because a lot of us do. So if you want us to come and come consistently, make good IPAs. Just saying. If you don't believe me, fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Or, man, make one hell of a grisette, dude. It better be the best grisette out there.
You know what I mean?
I will say Human Robot. Okay.
Human Robot. There it is.
I got to bring it up. I have to, man. I love Human Robot. I do. Their IPAs are all right. Organized, Agents of Organized or something like that. And they got a few
Organon.
Oh, yeah. They got a few IPAs, but they're nothing I really would scream about. But they're Czech lagers, they're Mexican lagers and stuff like that are pretty good. And that's from me, dude. So, I mean.
Okay, well, that's good. And that's good. And you should have that shit. But I'm just saying, have a beer or a couple beers that keep your lights on, Like, for example, just an example, like I said, what do I know about beer? I don't know shit about beer, but I know this. I know when Tone would hit, they hit with Fuego, right? And it's still around, still really good, and it's a staple. And now they get to make whatever they want because that beer, became their battle cry. That was their war shield.
And they don't make like a steady of double dry hop Fuego.
Right, they change it up.
If they sell it, it sells out. You know what I mean?
They earn the right to get to do what they want. You can do what you want, be eccentric, and brew all your lagers and grisettes and saisons and listen, I like all them styles. Brew an alt beer. I love a good alt beer or a brown ale. That's fine. I want to see all that, and I love all them styles. But what I'm saying is, right now IPA is king, and whether you want to join in on the movement or not, make at least one good one to help pay your bills so you can make them other ones. I drink all styles. I know I come on here and fuck around and joke about lagers and shit, but listen, I drink everything, and
Well,
I still keep going back to IPAs.
I'm going to tell you the best brewery in New Jersey, and people probably don't like to hear it, is Trude.
Yeah.
It's Trude.
And you know why? Do you know why?
Because they make a great IPA, or really
lots of them.
Hoppy ales. They don't even call it IPA.
I know. We don't make IPAs, we make hoppy ales. And that's fine. I like that. I like that. I like hoppy ales. Because that's what they are. That's what they are. They are. He's right. They are hoppy ales.
And you know what? You can see them brewing with like a lot of big names. Other half, I'm sure Fidens or Salt. They'll be able to brew with everybody out there because they're just that good.
He's on top of the mountain when it comes to IPA brews.
And to say like he's the best in New Jersey, well, he's better in a lot of other places too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Trude's a good beer, man.
Yeah,
dude, I hope he expands. I don't think he will because
and you know what? I like that. I respect that because he's kind of like, I like my life. I like just doing my small batches and living my life. Listen, sometimes people try to make life really complicated, right? And they're the people that tend to mentally struggle with getting a grip on things. But listen, keep it simple, stupid. A calm and modest life is the key to happiness. And that's what that dude's living. He's like, look, I'm just making what makes me happy. I'm not overdoing. I'm not overstressing myself. I'm making enough money where I'm living comfortably and happy. The dude, I think, loves to surf. Dude, I admire the shit. That's the fucking kind of life, live a calm and modest life. Do what makes you happy. Don't to bend over for the fucking masses, do your thing.
God, and they got to be making a killing there because Brick Farm Tavern's awesome restaurant.
Yeah, and, well, they're making a ton of money.
They have outdoor events during the summertime now, and Al and Jeff went to one, and they're serving hoppy ales in like a little Dixie cup, about that big. And guess how much that Dixie cup was?
$7.
$10 for like a regular Dixie cup, those clear plastic cup size, not even like a big red Solo. No. $10 for a little plastic cup, dude.
Hey, listen, they cracked the code, DeeTer. Yeah, I'll be honest, if I knew how to brew that like that's the way I would do it. I'm not looking to get super mega rich. I'm looking to be happy. John Lennon had said it best when he said, when I was a kid, my teacher asked me, what's the meaning of life? And he's like, to be happy. And they're like, well, you don't understand the question. And he's like, well, you don't understand life. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right.
It doesn't have to be intricate to be happy. You know what I mean? Right. You guys, that's man. Listen, peace of mind and happiness is priceless.
Well, yeah, man. And I love Kane. Kane's a good brewery. We were up there not too long ago.
Sure.
And same thing with them, man. They make awesome stouts and
make a lot of stuff.
They used to do deliveries and everything. You get it delivered to your house once a week. They stopped that. You know what I mean? They're not bringing it back because they got so many people that go up there. It's a must. They remodeled and everything. And their stouts, when you get a stout on a draft, it's a little like shot glass with a high stem, and that's like $6. You could drink it literally one shot, man. And I'm like, what the? It's good. Hey, you know what I mean? Like, I love Antine.
If people are going to pay it,
oh my god!
Yeah, if people are going to pay it, charge it.
Yeah, I was sipping on that as much as I could. That little thimble of Antine.
Well, I gotta say too. Speaking of Kane, I get it all the time, but I just tapped Party Wave today, man. That shit was flying off the tap handle. And for some reason, sometimes I put on it, it sits around, but man, it was flying off today, off my tap handles.
Yeah, I drank that there, and I drank Sea Dream. Sea Dream was a really nice IPA.
Listen, Kane puts out great beers. They're definitely a top 5 of Jersey breweries, and it's not even an argument. You know what I mean? They just really are.
Yeah, well, their stouts are worldwide, man. Their stouts are fucking best you
And
can
their
get, man.
IPAs are really good too.
Yeah.
You know?
But
Yeah,
not a lot of
Kane.
people can hang with them with their stouts, though. I mean, God, maybe
No, you're
like
right. They're next level in their stouts and porters. You know.
yeah, the brewery's got some pretty good stouts. It's a Angry Chair I hear is really good. What's it? Bottle Logic. What's the other one? Cycle's green. Very. There's a few of them out there that I've had. You know, what I mean, I've
Yeah.
had some pretty good stouts, and Cade's pretty good, man.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt, sir. I got to put
So,
Kane right up there.
any talk of the Eagles? Anything new
You
and
know what
in?
I do like about the Eagles right now is that we're not really hearing much, and that's a good thing in the off season. I know they've had like some OTAs and having like the rookies in, and getting a look at them in pads and moving. I'm hearing N'Kobe Dean's getting majority of first team reps as he should, because I remember you heard it here. I think N'Kobe Dean's going to be a stud in this league, and he's going to be your starting linebacker for the next 10 years. But yeah, just quiet on the Eagles front, and that's good because I don't want to hear about Eagles until very late July, the last weekend in July. That's I don't want to hear about them until then because it means no news is good news.
Right.
Nice quiet off season, and then we come punching people out come August with training camp and preseason leading into September, October, November, December when we're just pile driving people and fucking clotheslining people, letting them know.
Well, I see that Kelsey was at the Union game. He was
yeah.
hitting the drum.
He just gets it, man.
Yeah.
He's the coolest fucking cat out there.
And I love it when they hit the bell at the Sixers game, but the drum's so cool too, man. They got the big drum with the stick, bam, bam. It's fucking cool, dude. And they're doing really good. The Union, they won their last 3 games.
Nice.
Yeah, they're ranked 3rd in the conference right now, so that's really good, man.
Well, keep up the good work, Union.
Yeah, it's nice to see them in the championship last year. It's a shame they couldn't.
Yeah.
Seal the deal, but they're a good squad. They've been good for a couple of years now.
Hopefully, a lot of these second place finishes equate to in a year or 2 or 3 or 4 to actual championships. Maybe it's the stepping stone some teams need. They're like, hey, well, okay, we got there. Now let's go complete it. And I'm hoping that with the Sixers, and I'm hoping that with the Phillies, Eagles, and Union. So, it doesn't have to be a bad thing that we finish in second place. I know people like to joke, oh, you're finishing second place in 19 sports. That's fine, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can also be a good thing. Maybe it's a stepping stone to getting to where we want to be. And as bad as the Phillies are, and not fun to watch, maybe this is what you call
them today, man.
Well, maybe it's a gap season. Maybe they won the World Series. You take a season where you don't do too well, and then take 2 steps back, and then take 5 steps forward. I don't know.
I was working outside today, man. I cleaned up my griddle. I was like, all right, I'm going to make some tacos. Had the hamburger meat, the corn tortillas going, man. Made some delicious tacos. I come in, I was like, well, it's time to get some AC and watch the Phillies. I turned them on. It's like 2-0. I'm like, yes, this is a nice day. And all of a sudden, just fucking went downhill from there. I was like, you son of a bitches, man. Like, the week I had, I was just like, can I just have some good Philly sports? You know what I mean? Because once they, it's bad, it makes everything else worse. It's like, Jesus, man.
I know what you mean. And now on top of that, now I'm in the mood for tacos.
Oh, man, dude, tacos were good.
Fucking, I'll eat tacos 365 days a year.
Well, I love that griddle I got, man. The propane griddle. It's like you can just sit there and just chop everything up and shit. Pretty cool. Corn tortillas, the little cheese. So
I like the corn way better than the flour too.
Yeah, man, that's good stuff. Do you like to cook, man? That relaxes me a little bit, at least.
Yeah, it's a good Zen move.
Yeah.
Yeah, cooking is a good thing.
Should we end this? There's not too much.
Yeah, I think we tried to squeeze in as much Philly sports as we could. Some good beer talk.
Well, we got the final for the NBA game. It's 104 Nuggets to 93 Heat. So that's good.
That's good. I'm glad. Yeah, like I said, I think Nuggets in 5. What do you got? What do you have the series at?
I'd say Miami would get one win.
No, but I'm saying, what do you think it finishes as?
Well, I would say like Nuggets 4 and Miami 1. I would say they get one win out of it.
So you got Nuggets in 5 too? That's what I have. I have Nuggets in 5. Maybe 6.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I can't see Miami not getting one. They're pretty fired up.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they get 1, maybe 2. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right, Ricky,
well,
you have a good night, buddy.
All right, Marcellus Wallace, I will see you next time. And
next week, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Check us out. All right. See you.